Metal Maniacs. This is Ralf from Odium, and welcome to Dave Softees Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio.
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome back to Metal Messiah Radio and the Metal Meltdown for our 4th time. Please welcome back our brother from German melodic thrash metal band, Mr. Ralf Runkel.
Hi guys, what's up?
Ralphie boy, it's great to have you back with us, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, I'm very chilled, very relaxed, and I'm here with my friend Dave.
Yeah. I want to especially thank you for your patience upon my return to the airwaves. I know towards the end of my last season, season 9, you had just mentioned to me that you got a new album coming out, and I would have loved to have gotten with you at that point, but I had to get back to work, so I missed out on that opportunity. But I'm so looking forward to talking to you about this today. And I want to mention, I have been playing your music from the newly released As the World Turns Black on Black Sunset Records.
Yes.
And but more importantly, I just want to know, how is everything with you and the band?
Excellent. We have a really good relationship together. We have a lot of shows, and we have a new drummer. That's one point, because Jan left us after the release of Beautiful Violence. No, not Beautiful Violence, sorry.
The Science of Dying, right?
Yeah, The Science of Dying.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
since you've been in the band, we've actually had an interview for each of your releases, as I promised you, and I always look forward to it. I did not know that Jen had left. Did he leave before the recording or after the recording?
No, after the before the recording of the Acid World Turns Black.
Really?
Yeah, it was during the tour we did for The Science of Dying. I don't know. I have issues talking about The Science of Dying. I don't know why.
I think because of maybe just the thinking of dying. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
I remember during the Beautiful Violence, we were talking about, health issues and all this. So yeah, The Signs of Dying, that name always bugged me. Knowing you and knowing what we've gone through, that title always, I didn't want to ever remember that title, but that was a good offering, really good offering.
That's true. So he left us during the tour for the Signs of Dying. So we were left after 6 or 7 shows. He said, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna play the last few shows with you, but then find a new drummer."
Wow.
And what was very nice, we had a very good relationship with John, and we were like brothers, really close. And that was weird for us in one way. But in the other way, we all could understand him because he has family and that, and touring started to get more and more and more. So we were continuous on the road,
Oh, yeah.
And so he said he has to quit and he wants to quit. And so everything was fine for him, for us. So we had a very nice ending of the tour, and then we came back and we said, "Oh my God, where can we find a drummer now?" Very fast, because it was only 5 weeks until the next shows. And there was one young guy. He is 23 actually. And he came into the rehearsal room, sat behind the drums, and the only thing he said, "Since I'm 9 years old, I'm an Odium fan."
Wow,
So-
that's nice. Since
So,
he's 9 years old.
Let's do it,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Since he
awesome.
was 9 years. His father was listening to Odium. I know his father also. So he came in the room, sat behind the drum, said, "Okay, let's do it." What? Anything. I play any Odium song,
Wow.
And we had chosen 4 songs to check how it will be with him. And he did very good. I mean, he was 23. He's the youngest in the band now. it's a bit strange if you come somewhere and people ask you how old is the band, since how long the band is around, and you say 1993, so it's almost 25 years. And then you find a drummer who's only 23 years old.
That doesn't happen every day. And I was thinking that my thought, I had no idea about this, and I thought that this lineup has been pretty steady ever since the Beautiful Violence offering, but I had no idea about Jen leaving. So who is the current drummer? What's his name?
His name is Marcel.
Marcel.
Marcel Müller.
Wow.
Real nice German name. And yeah, as I said, 23 years old. And yeah, all I can say, he did an excellent job in the studio. It was his first time in the studio with the album As the World Turns Black. And he did an excellent job. You can hear it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I first
Really,
checked out the
I was
album,
surprised.
yeah, when I first checked out the album As the World Turns Black, the first thing I thought was, being that we've had interviews for Stop My Anger, Beautiful Violence, and Signs of Dying, with every offering, I definitely notice that even though they call you like a thrash power band, I find you getting more thrashy. Your sound
Power.
gets more aggressive and thrashier. I don't find too much power. So I gotta say, when I first heard this, I wasn't aware that Jen left the band, and I'm like, wow, he's getting really, really good. This is getting more thrashier, and I love this. And your vocals have gotten better. The band seems even better on this album than any previous release. So that's my thought. And as soon as I heard the album, I'm like, wow, this is the best I've ever heard of Odium. So yeah, great job,
Thank you,
Marcel.
Dave. Thank
Marcel,
you.
great job with you singing. Yeah, I mean, if you follow, like we've been together, this is our fourth time, and since you've been in the band from Stop My Anger, I felt back then it was more groovy, powery type of a feel that you could actually dance to the music. Not that you still can. I think I've even seen a video of you getting up on stage and moving around like that. But definitely the sound has gotten not darker, but more aggressive and thrashier, and I appreciate that. I'm loving the sound of this.
Thank you very much. And I think this time is this album was made in about 3 or 4 months. You know, all the songs have been written very close to each other. And I think that's what you can really hear. It's from the other albums. We sometimes had a song finished in January and the next song in March, and, you know, took more time.
I see.
And now we had this pressure from the record company also that we have to get songs to fill the album. And I think this is exactly what you can hear on this album. It's powerful, trashy, melodic. It has everything. And it's from song 1 until song 9. So you have all songs like they fit into the next. I love that.
It works very well. And what led Odium to sign with this new label, Black Sunset?
All right, Black Sunset is a very young label, and the mother label is MDD. Maybe you have heard of MDD. They have some black metal band called Nocta Obducta, and they have a lot of underground bands from Germany, and so they but they do that since I think also 20 years or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So they are established already, yeah.
That's good.
And I think it was the best choice we could make, to sign with Black Sunset / MDD.
I wish you the best with that, because you were previously on, I think it was Noisehead, right?
Yeah.
And so far, how's it working out for you in the band with Black Sunset? Are you happy with everything so far?
I can only say what they're doing very, very well, because we have advertisements in all the papers like Metal Hammer, Rock Hard, Legacy, and then and all over, you know.
That's good to know.
We get a lot of reviews. We get a lot of good response. We have now booked our festival tour next year. It's like I think in summertime there's maybe 3 or 4 weekends we would not play until now. You know,
Oh, that's good. They're getting you more shows. Excellent.
they're getting us shows. They're doing everything very well, and they promote the album. Excellent. Have you seen that on Amazon? When we released, the day after we released, we were on place number 12 in the USA for
Congratulations. I did not know that.
Amazon download charts heavy metal. Yep.
Very nice. I was not
But
aware
it
of that.
lasted only 2 days.
Oh, that's the
When
internet.
Overkill released.
Overkill came out after yours and then took over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. But that's good news. I was probably working at the time. I wasn't even online, so I did not notice that.
Okay.
But that's good information. I appreciate that. And congratulations for that moment. You were doing great. Excellent.
We're very happy with the situation now.
Excellent. Let's spend some time talking out as the world turns black. Please share with us who produced this effort and where it was recorded and who was responsible for the cover art. Because I tell you, it really catches your eye. The skull and the moon and the darkness. It's an excellent cover.
It is. It is. Okay, let's start with the first question. It's Martin Buchwalter was the producer of this album. He also produces bands like Tankard, Destruction. He did work with a lot of great bands from Germany, which are well known internationally. And he has, I don't know, because when we went to find a studio where we would like to record and a producer, we were checking all the CDs, you know, and there was this specific sound on the Destruction album, and we said, "Wow, this could be interesting with our music," you know.
Yeah.
And so we asked him, and we asked him if he has some weeks off, free for us. Sorry. And he said, yeah, of course, we can do that in October, November. And so we entered the studios in the beginning of November and left in the beginning of December 2015. No, 2016. So, yeah, 2016. And the release was then, I think, in August, the
I
same
see.
year.
I see. Yeah. Well, tell you, because of his background in the bands that he's produced, it's no wonder your music sounds thrashier on this offering. Congratulations again.
Thank you. But you know, and this is also something. Martin is a producer who will not interact into your songs. He would not say, "Oh, try to play this way or sing this that way." He would never do that. He listens, and he said, "Are you sure that's the way you want it?" We say yes or no, and so we do it again or not.
I
So
see. I see.
that's really. So the songs actually they sounded like this before we went in the studio, but after the studio they sounded more powerful, more,
Yeah. Makes sense.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Sure.
Yeah, we're happy with the result of it.
Yeah. I am too, obviously. And the writing process for this, I would imagine you did, if not all the lyrics, most of the lyrics, and the rest of the band all contributed some music, or did you have a different process this time?
No, I did the most of the lyrics except for one song, and yeah, I have like a inspiration by everything. All the shit happens in the world, and that's because we come to the title as the world turns black,
Yeah.
you know, because we
Yeah.
live in difficult times now.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
life. Yeah, life is a
yeah,
great process, or life
great.
gives you great ideas for songwriting. Absolutely,
Exactly,
absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely.
It's the best book you can write is your life.
That's right. And you've done that, and you continue to do it, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh yeah, and the artwork. I got to tell you, just like the previous release, "The Signs of Dying," also another great cover. Who did this artwork? Who was responsible for it?
It's a company called Killustrations.
I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, they did a lot of artwork, also for Destruction as example, or
A lot of bands, Symbolic, and a lot of great German bands. I know. I think he's part of them still. Björn Gusches from the very end,
exactly.
and one time Nightingales. He was a big part of. If it's not him, he was definitely a big part of Killustrations.
Yeah, it was him. It was Björn who
Oh
did the
yeah!
drawing,
Wow. Yeah.
and
Nice.
I saw it the first time, and I was like, wow, it's like that's exactly what I had somewhere back in my mind, but I couldn't explain how it should be. But I saw the picture, and I was like, wow, exactly.
He does.
This has to be the cover
Yeah.
artwork. Yeah.
Another congratulations to you for that. Yeah, he's really good at what he does, and I'm sure he's done a lot more covers than I'm aware of. But yeah, you could definitely tell his influence in this. He's not doing it when he does his art. It's not too much, but he gets what needs to be done and said through the imagery. He gets it done so well. I give kudos to him and kudos to the band for getting him. Excellent.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. And let's talk about where the best place for Odium fans are to get the CD or digital promos. You mentioned the Amazon. What about the actual physical copy and whatever other merch you may have? I'm going to give a link. I have odium-metal.de/shop. And of course, your Facebook, facebook.com/odium.thrashmetal. Would one of these sites be the best place, or do you have a recommendation? What would be the best place for a fan to support Odium? For them, what's the easiest way to get your merch and the CD?
Come overseas and see us live. Buy the CD at the show. That's the best.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. I set myself up for that. What about for people, let's say, that cannot make the show? Well, do you have a link that you could give us that maybe I haven't given that would be the best place for the fan?
Of course, you can buy the CD in the shop of the label MDD.
MDD, okay. I'll drop the link in the chat.
If you want to support us, just look by our homepage and go check the shop, and we will send them. You can have, if you want to, some signatures or anything with that. Just tell us what you need.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Ralph, would you be kind enough to inform our listeners on what merch Odium currently has available to them besides the CD? I would imagine you have shirts and maybe other items. Well, what do you have exactly?
Oh, we have a lot of merch, Dave.
That's good to know.
Okay, well, let's start. We have from the last 4 CDs, we have shirts. We have hoodies from the actual album. We have albums, vinyl. We have CDs. We have caps. What else? We have lighters. We have. I think that's enough.
And patches, you mentioned patches? Probably.
Patches. Yes,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
patches as well.
So you got a lot of stuff to offer the fans. So
Yeah.
if a listener's out there loving the Odium sound and wants to support them, check out the merch link and get stuff. And
Get the
get-
stuff.
yeah, that's right. And get Ralph to sign it and the rest of the band.
Yeah, cool. If you like that, just drop us a note, and we will give you some signatures on the CD cover, or maybe you can have an autogram card. So,
And Ralph is very accessible on Facebook, either on his personal page, Ralf Runkel, or on the Odium fan page, because he is the one that's always there. And if you have a question or interest, I think that's probably the best start to get what you want to get from Odium. I think dealing with Ralph will be a good situation for you, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, right?
And What I wanted to say is that normally I answer all requests in about, let's say, 1 day.
Exactly, exactly. Because when I reached out to you to do the interview, I don't even think it was a full day. You said, "Sure thing, brother, let's do it." I thank you for your patience again on that. And now at this time, I'd like to give your band's YouTube channel. I visited it. It's youtube.com/user/Odium booking, and I was looking for maybe some music or lyrical videos for As the World Turns Black. I didn't notice any there. I saw some older videos, some live performance videos. Are there music or lyrical videos out there that I'm not aware of, or does the band plan on making some down the road? What is the plan on that?
Okay. I think we talked about the video situation in the band before, and now we have really released our first official video. It's called The End of Everything. If you search in YouTube, you will find it on the page, on the YouTube channel of our label. So not on our
Not on your YouTube channel, but on MDD.
MDD
Okay.
channel. And there will be a lyric video coming up, but I can't tell you exactly when.
Okay, but it's good to know that it'll be there.
Almost done. It's almost done. It will be this year. It will be maybe this month. Okay.
Very good.
Just keep your eye on our homepage, on our Facebook page, and you will get the news as soon as it is out.
Breaking news right here on the Metal Meltdown with Ralf Runkel. There is a new video and a lyric video being made, so that's good to know because I got to check this out and I have to share it for you.
Yeah, please.
We'll be finding that out right after our interview for sure. And
can I say one thing?
of course you
For
can.
all the listeners out there, if you find our video and you like it, share it. Share it, share it, share it. That's what I always say. Remember, Dave, when we were talking about the Stop My Anger,
Yeah.
and you asked me for downloads and stuff?
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. That's it.
That's it. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And it's
Absolutely.
still nothing has changed, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Definitely. That's good to know. The only thing that has changed is the band's sound has gotten definitely more aggressive through the years, so I appreciate that.
I got more aggressive through the years.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for you and Schmier to do an album together. You know that'll be awesome, or him as a guest, because I know you've had Paul Diano as a guest on a song. I looking forward to the day Schmier comes onto an Odium album.
Careful what you wish for, Dave.
It may happen.
It may come true.
I think it will. I know you guys are friends, so that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm waiting for that surprise, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's inform the listeners out there about some of your past performances in support of the new release. And of the past performances, what have been the most memorable to you?
To me, it was definitely the show at the Masters of Rock Festival in Czech Republic, 2012. Was the first time when we were up on a huge stage. It was like 20.8 meters wide, 12 meters deep, and 8 meters high. It was like 10,000 people in front of the stage. Everywhere where you couldn't see the stage, there were big screens where you can see the stage, so everybody saw us there. And I think that was the most memorable for me, you know.
Oh, cool. You have more shows coming up, so the year is not over, and maybe you'll have more intense, memorable experiences. Let's talk about your shows that are coming up. I noticed on your band's on the Odium Thrash Metal Facebook that you have some shows coming up in November. Would you like to talk about these shows?
Yes, definitely, of course. Yeah, we will play one show on 2nd of November in Oosterhout. That's in Germany. Then we will play two shows in Galen and in Nijmegen. That's both in the Netherlands. Then we come back to Germany. We will play in Nuremberg. We will play in Bonn, which was the former capital of Germany. And I think that's it for this year. In January, we have a 10 days tour through Germany with 2 other bands in the package, but as it looks, we're headlining that.
Very nice. What are the other 2 bands, by the way?
One band is Starchild, and the other band I can't really tell by now because it will be,
Contracts and stuff like that, I guess.
Contract stuff and that, yeah.
I got
And
you.
it's not 100% clear if they can play, so we will see.
I got you. So you got some shows coming up and in November and then in January. And how does it look beyond this time frame? Do you have plans lining up for the future beyond the new year?
Oh yeah. 2018, we will be celebrating our 25th anniversary, and we will be playing very, very much during the summer and the autumn. We go again on tour. Hopefully this time we can go like a bit up abroad, like Poland or Romania, and that in autumn next year, autumn winter. But before that, we will have a big celebration of our 25th anniversary with a lot of friends and special guests. And I guess it will be a huge surprise what we are planning. And we will try, I must say we will try, because time is very short, to release another CD.
Wow.
But I cannot promise anything by now.
No. I'm just imagining how that's going to be.
Hard, but I hope it will be. I hope it will be done in the beginning of autumn before we go on tour again. So there will be another CD, and maybe we will do something like a best of.
That's good. That's cool. Yeah.
25 years, yeah.
25 years. It's hard to believe Odium is going to be celebrating their 25th birthday already. But I've had contact with Odium ever since you've been in the band, so that's like 2009, 2010. So for 8 years already, yeah.
Right.
Time flies when you're having fun. And I'm looking forward to our 5th time, and 6th time, and 7th time.
8th time, 9th time.
You have a place here always. It's always a pleasure to talk to my buddy Ralf here, that's for sure. And I want to thank you again, Ralf, for spending time with us on the Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. And I believe we learned so much about As the World Turns Black, and you've given us so much great information that I'm definitely looking forward to checking out your videos, your future videos, and your future releases. But I have to tell you, As the World Turns Black is really an outstanding offering, and I'm really enjoying it. And the people that are tuning in, they're hanging out in the chat room, they're enjoying it as well. So I need to tell you that as well.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Dave, now I have a surprise for you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I'm giving away 2 CDs. So you find me somebody who deserves it, and I will send them to you, and you forward them for me, okay?
Okay. So you want to give 2 CDs on the show today?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Anytime you want.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You've always been very nice like that.
You're a friend.
Oh, I'm a brother and a friend. Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Yes. So, at this time, Ralf, would you like to say anything out there to the Odium fans that are tuning in?
Oh, of course. Guys, listen to Metal Messiah Radio. Crank it up to the max. And listen to Odium all the time.
There you go. All right, Ralf. I want to wish you and all in Odium, including your new drummer and your beautiful bassist, the entire band. I want to wish you a great what's left of 2017, and may you have the best of health and happiness in all the years to come, and may you have continued success. It sounds like the band is getting more, if you want to say, popular in the underground, but the band is becoming bigger and has unlimited potential and opportunities. So that being said, I will look forward to doing this again with you for your next release. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Ralf. You are a brother and a friend.
Thank you very much, Dave. I always appreciate that to be with you on Metal Messiah Radio. You know that, and it's like I can still remember when it was the very first time talking to you, and I was like very shy, and
we made it work,
I know.
and I got to tell you, it meant a lot to me when we connected to get the interview set up. One thing you said to me that it was a personal thing, that not just me, but you said me, but me and LC, Metal Messiah Radio, we've been with you since the beginning, since you've been in Odium, and that's never going to change. And when I tell a band, you're always going to have a place here. You're living proof that this is the reality. You'll always have a place here to talk about your music, because this is what we do. We build up relationships and friendships, and we're a big family, and we're all about supporting the underground. And we love Odium, and I've loved the process of watching Odium grow from Stop My Anger to this brand new As the World Turns Black. I wonder what the future holds, because you have this sound that I'm enjoying, and I enjoyed the previous release also, but I mean, I don't want to have too much expectations on what future releases are going to be, but I have a feeling it's going in a certain direction. There's no turning back.
Yeah, now I have goose pickles all over.
There you go.
Thank you. Hey, Dave, and once we will tour in the USA.
I'm looking forward to that day too. I know it's going to take a while
Me
for
too.
that, but you're buddies with Schmear. I know you are from previous conversations. So hopefully you can schmooze the Schmear into getting you onto a show with them here in the States, because they're always. When I say always, I know they've played in the city many, many times, and I would love to take a day off to have a whatever with you, just to meet you and get pictures with you face to face, and a follow-up interview perhaps, or whatever. And,
would be great.
It would be great to have that opportunity, and I'm sure that opportunity will happen eventually. So I'm hoping that Destruction is listening and they make this happen.
Hey Schmier, gib den Ruck, nimm uns mit.
Exactly.
I just said, hey Schmier, get yourself together and take us with you to the States.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
All right, Ralphie boy, let's go crank up some Odium